This is a video I've been wanting to make for a long time. I just got back. Let me show my address. This order from PSA. It says fragile on it. And in here, I think it was a regular $50 a card order that took about a month to get back. And so that's pretty quick turnaround right before the holidays. Here it's the 23rd of December, a couple more days until Christmas, and I'm getting to open a Christmas present early. So before I bust into this, just a little bit about what's inside here. I submitted 20 cards, and the majority of them are PC cards. I'm a big Cowboys fan, as you can see behind here. But I also submitted a few Patrick Mahomes cards that, believe it or not, I picked up, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago now, back when cards were affordable. So I purchased an optic case from Blowout. This was a retail mega box case, 20-box case that I think I got for $500. And now you pay $500 for one of those boxes, or just a little under. And so I've got 4 of those Mahomes cards coming back that I pulled out of that. We'll see how they do. So without further delay, let's bust into this. So in this stack, I also have a couple of cards that I submitted for my father-in-law, as I see one right on top here, that these are vintage baseball cards that we're not expecting good grades on. Even if they get a PSA 1, he just wanted them sealed and protected, and I thought that was a good idea. So we'll start with in the order they came with. So the first one is a Mickey Mantle. This is I can't remember the year of this. They're either late 50s, early 60s. We're about to see when I flip it over, so let's see if I can protect the grade. I'll just give you a look at the back there.
Dad, guess what? Daddy.
I apologize for the interruption there from the kids. Here's a good look at the back of the card. We'll flip it around without spoiling it. This is the front. And 3, 2, 1. It got a 4. Okay. Well, that's not bad. A little higher. I think, none of these 3 or 4 cards that we submitted were in that great a shape, but it looks great in person to have it in a nice PSA slab. So there's the Mantle. Keep it moving. Next card is another Mantle. And the first one was a 1963 Topps. This is also Topps. I think this was late 50s, I want to say. So we'll flip it around. 1959. 1959, and the grade is a 2. Okay. This one's a little bit more chewed up than the other one. You can kind of see the corners, edges. The centering's not great, but you can't beat vintage baseball. These cards just look phenomenal, and he's going to be happy to have them nice and protected. I also sent off for him, there's probably an order of another 20 cards in addition to these 3 that we're still waiting to receive back, but those are still PSA. So this one is a 1963 Rookie Stars Pete Rose rookie, which this could be a really high value card if it comes back in a really good grade. Now, we're not expecting that. This one's pretty chewed up, so we'd be happy with just about any grade, but he wanted this one protected. We'll flip it around, show you the front. You can see the corners, and the surface doesn't look too bad. That corner's chewed up. And that one too. So let's see what we got here. That's a 3. Okay. Not bad. We weren't really expecting much. So pretty cool, classic card to get slab for him. So We're now moving on to my cards. And right on top here, we got the first Mahomes, and I don't know which one this is. So I pulled out of that case of 20 mega boxes, 4 Mahomes cards, and I submitted all of them. And one of them was a red-yellow prism, and the rest of them were base Mahomes. So I don't know which one this is, but you can already see on the back the centering looks off a little bit left to right. I thought in the front that the centering looked decent, and they were all pretty sharp. So we're going to flip this one around and see what it is. So this is one of the base Mahomes cards, and centering doesn't look too bad on the front. The surface looks clean. Corners are sharp. Let's see what we got here. Oh, PSA 9. Okay. Not bad. A 9 is not bad. Never going to complain with a Mahomes 9 there. So we'll put that in front of Zeke for now. And the next one, I can't tell if, I can't remember if these say Prism on the back. And so if this is just, yes, they do. So this is another base version. And we'll see what the front looks like on this one without revealing the grade. And pretty sharp, pretty centered. Although the last one got a 9, so let's see what this one gets. Another 9, okay. PSA 9. Again, Patrick Mahomes, he's about as good as they get, so not going to complain. 9s and 10s are good grades. So let's hope for a little better luck on the last 2 Mahomes. So this is the last base, and then I have one red-yellow prism. This one looks like the other 2, really a little bit left to right, a little bit off center, left to right on the back at least. Let's protect the grade and see what the front looks like. Looks pretty centered. Pretty sharp corners and edges. All right, let's see what we got. 10. All right, there we go. Yes, a little sigh of relief there. Okay, that is an expensive card. So we'll put that guy there. And now for the red-yellow prism. You can see it says prism in the top corner there. Centering looks pretty good. And let's cover the grade and flip it over. And I just think this card looks so clean with the red and gold, like the Chiefs colors. So I'm really hoping this gets a 10. It looks, I mean, now I'm looking at the front, it looks a little, it could be a little off-center left or right. Maybe. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness, 10. That is awesome. Holy cow. What an awesome grade. All right. That is the card of the break so far. So we're going to move this one over here and put that one in the back. Or card of the opening, I should say. And now we got a bunch of Mahomes. Not Mahomes. Dak Prescott Prism cards. So I have 3, it looks like. 3 Daks. We don't have to slow roll these. Let's just get to the grade. I thought these were all pretty clean, but we'll see what PSA thought. 10. There we go. Got a 10. So we'll put that in front of the Mahomes 9. The next one up. I thought these were all pretty good. We'll see. We'll see what PSA thought. 10. Wow, 2 for 2. This, and by the way, guys, this was my first time submitting to PSA. I've never graded cards before. I've purchased graded cards on eBay. I've been collecting. I've started actually when I was a kid, back in the late 90s. You know, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, Allen Iverson, those guys were rookies. And so I've got some cards from back when I was a kid that I collected, and I've submitted, but I've not gotten those back yet. And then I started back up. I stopped collecting for a while, and then I started back up in 2012. So I've got a bunch of cards that I'm now sending off to PSA to see what they would get graded, but I've never done this before, so it's just my amateur eye taking a guess at it. Just looking at, watching videos and seeing how other people submit cards. I tried to protect that. I don't know if you could see the grade. All right, let's see what this one got. Okay, we were due for a 9. Still, can't beat that. You know, 9s and 10s are great grades. So this one's not going to replace any of the 10s up there. We'll just put that one right there. Next 2 cards are Kyler Murray Select Rookies, Select Concourse Prisms. And I thought these were pretty clean. They might be a little off center now that I'm looking at the back, right to left. Let's flip it around. I think the front's more important than the back. Yeah, a little bit off center there. You can see how it's thicker on the left side. I think I submitted him because Kyler's, I thought he was a stud. He's going to be a stud. And just thought even if he gets a 9, it's going to be a good grade. Yeah, it gets a 9. It's got to be the centering there because I'm pretty sure most of these cards were clean as far as surface issues, you know, or corner issues go. So let's see what the second one got. This one also looks a little off center, right to left on the back at least. We'll flip it over to the front. Maybe a little bit better on centering on the front. I think this might get a 9 too. Oh, hey, we got a 10. Well, I can't complain with that. They were gracious to me. It looks like this one could have been a little off center, but they did not penalize me for that. So we'll cover one of our Daks. So we have some variation there. All right. Next up, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Klay Thompsons that I submitted, and this was a little bit of a heartbreaker. You know, for the second year in a row, he suffered a gruesome injury, tearing his Achilles, and he's not going to be back until next year. But I purchased these cards raw, all 4 of them, on eBay for I think $100 a piece at the time. And before he got injured, these were going for about $1,000 a piece, or a little over. Even they climbed up to like $1,500 at one point. Obviously, they've come down since then. But only being $400 into this for these 4 cards, I'm happy with a 9 or a 10. So let's flip it over and see what these things look like. All right, looks pretty well centered, in my opinion. Maybe a little off left to right. These are hard to tell, though. These borders a little bit, top to bottom especially. So let's see what the graders thought. Okay, a 9. Not really going to complain there. These cards are from when I first started collecting, or started back up, I should say, back in 2012. So I bought a bunch of Prism back then and sold a bunch of it. And honestly, base cards, I'm kind of kicking myself because base cards were not valuable back then. And I probably got rid of a bunch of LeBrons, Kobe's, you name it, you know, everybody in that set. So coulda, shoulda, woulda, but let's go see what the next 3 are. We'll flip this one over. Again, looks pretty well centered. All right, apologize for the interruptions, but we'll see what the second Klay Thompson got. Nice, a 10, okay. Awesome. That's amazing. We will. And one more Klay. Right here. Again, looks, I mean, it looked impeccable to me. He didn't have any surface issues. The corners were sharp. Centering's pretty good, maybe a little off left to right. It's hard to tell top to bottom. Let's see what the graders thought. And a 9, okay. Oh, scratch that, we have one more. Sorry, that was only the 3rd one. So 2 9s and a 10 so far. And one more Klay Thompson rookie Prism card. We'll finish off with here. I think we have 4 more cards after this. Again, looks clean to me. Pretty sharp. We'll see what PSA thought. Oh, awesome. All right, 2 10s. Nice. 2 10s, 2 9s. They went split decision there. All right, we got 4 more cards. The next 2 are also eBay purchases. This is a Luka Doncic optic rookie, just his base rookie, not a prism, or a hollow, I should say, as optic calls them. This looked clean to me. I think I paid $200 for this raw, and it looked absolutely pristine. I just kind of looked at the condition online on eBay and some of the pictures, and said, "What the heck? Let me try and see if this will grade out." So I submitted it, and am really hopeful this gets a good grade, because I think it's $800,000 card if it comes back at 10. So let's see what PSA thought. Oh my goodness, yes! I mean, you're stoked anytime you get a 10, but some of the bigger value, bigger dollar cards, like I'll replace Kyler Murray here. These 3 up front, you're especially excited when they come back at 10, so that's awesome. All right, the next one I got while Jamal Murray was in the bubble. This is a optic rookie hollow version. And I actually submitted a couple other Jamal Murrays that are getting graded right now as well. But I think I purchased this for, I don't know, $80. And the card just hadn't shot up yet. He was still, I just had a feeling that I was like, this guy's playing like a stud. Let me make some purchases here and see if they're gradable. And this one looks pretty clean. So let me show you what the front looks like, and then I'll wipe that off with the microfiber. But looks good. Maybe a little off left to right, but other than that, it's a sharp card. So let's see what PSA thought. Oh, yes. All right. Killing it with the eBay purchases. All right. We'll put him there. And the last 2 cards are from my childhood. So I kind of alluded to collecting back when Kevin Garnett and Allen Iverson were rookies. Well, these are 2 of the cards that I submitted. I have others that were... These could have been higher value. That's why I submitted them in this order. If they came back clean, they both looked pretty good to me. But, as a kid, you're not taking care of cards like you should. And so I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't grade out. I was going to be happy with a 9. Let's put it that way. And I'm just now examining the backs a little more closely. There's a little bit of white. If you look at that corner, you can see a little bit of white. We'll see. All right, let's flip it over. And these cards are just so cool looking, even if it doesn't grade out as high as I'm hoping. EX 2000 star date, Skybox rookie. Kobe card of this goes for crazy money in a 10, and Iverson I think was going for $2,000-$3,000 depending on. You always got to find a buyer, but let's see what PSA thought of this. It's got a little scratch on the case, I think. All right. First, a little disappointing grade of the set. I got an 8. But again, this is a card from my childhood, so I wasn't looking to sell this anyway. Gonna hang on to this one. Pretty cool looking card regardless of the grade. So I will replace Klay for the time being here. And we're going to finish up with KG. Kevin Garnett, finest rookie. In this one, I knew the centering, at least on the back, looks way off. Bottom to top. But I didn't think... I saw a lot of these listed, and a lot of them on the back looked like this, and the front is what mattered more. And so let's look at the front. Centering. Looks a little bit off, left to right. and honestly, top to bottom, which is opposite of what it looks like on the back. But again, centering's not perfect, so I don't think this one's going to necessarily get a 10, but the corners and surface and edges looked great. So let's see what PSA thought. 9. Okay. Not at all disappointed in that grade. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will conclude my first order from PSA. Appreciate you watching. I will likely make 4 more PSA reveal videos like this when the other orders get in. And I've got some pretty fire cards in those orders as well. So if you want to hang out, see some cool cards, and ask any questions or make any comments, feel free to do so below. I'm by no means an expert at this, so I'd appreciate any insight that anyone has, or if you have any tips for me, please share them. I'd be happy to hear them. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.